about 4 pairs of learning style. The first pair is active and reflective learners. Okay, now let's look at it together. Active learners usually like to do something. Usually do something immediately, do something out, and yes, after, for example, in class, after teacher assign you some assign the group some work to do, active learners will talk and discuss, start talking and start discussing immediately, you know. And reflective learners is on the contrary. Reflective learners like to, when he got the teacher's homework or assignment, he likes to think about it for a moment. Think about it in his mind for a moment. So that's the difference between active and reflective learner. Do you understand? Okay. And then, oh, sorry. And then next pair. Okay. Sensing and intuitive learner. The second pair. What is sensing learner? Sensing learner tend to like learning facts, and like to learn something explicit in the textbook. Do you know explicit and implicit? Explicit, that means you can see or you can know immediately something written, okay, on the textbook, so we can see it immediately. And implicit, maybe the things or the knowledge is not written on the textbook. Do you understand? So you can't understand it by the first sight. Okay, so sensing learners tend to like learning facts and explicit facts on our textbook. But such as sensing learners are usually good at learning mathematics and science subjects such as physics and chemistry. You know, there are a lot of formulas and a lot of calculation. Do you understand? So that is a fact, right? Formulas on our textbook. So sensing learners are good at doing this kind of thing. But the intuitive learners, just like opposite, like to discover the possibility and relationships maybe between two terms, right? For example, during our in our courses, for example, when we learn history or when we learn politics, sometimes we come across two different words, right? Two different terms. So intuitive learners like to figure out the relationship between the two terms. What does it mean? So it's quite good at doing this kind of a thing. And then my third pair is visual and verbal learners. That's obvious, right? That's easy to understand. Visual learners like to okay, how to say? Good at learning something. Good at learning something by watching video or by seeing the artifact or by seeing the real objects. Do you understand? Just like pictures and learning through looking at pictures, diagrams, maybe watching a film, or maybe teacher's demonstration in the classroom. So in this way, he can learn better. But on the contrary, the verbal learners can learn something best in the teacher's presentation, teacher's speech, and the reading material. Okay, so that's the difference. And my next pair, the fourth pair, is sequential learners and global learners. So some students like to learn something, how to say, step by step. So step by step. Maybe when we learn English as a second language, the sequential learners maybe like to learn something, for example, from the pronunciation, from the alphabet. Do you know alphabet? Yeah. The letters, 26 letters, right? Yeah. And then the next step, pronunciation. Next step, spelling of the simple words, sentences or grammar or something like that, right? So sequential learners like to learn something step by step. And global learners, just maybe the opposite, like to learn something from the top, from the whole picture, okay? Global learners like to, for example, like to understand the text or the reading material best by grasping the main idea or the general idea. Okay, get a whole picture of the material first. So that's the difference. And here I provide you some website. So university, I mentioned the University of North Carolina because this school, the professors and teachers in the education department in the University of Carolina, they have done the good job in investigating the learning styles and strategies. Yeah, they have published a lot of papers. And in this website, we can find different learning style inventories. Do you know learning styles inventories? That is called the tool. A series of tools, techniques to how to test your learning style. Yeah, to find out what kind of learner you are. Okay, so different kind of tools. And listed here are the different kind of tools. ILS. This is a frequently used tools for testing or for evaluating your learning styles. The whole name of it is Index of Learning Styles Questionnaire, and this is mostly used. And VARK, and another kind of tool. Yeah, and multiple intelligence inventory. Multiple intelligence is the theory proposed by the Gardner. Yeah, Gardner is very famous scholar in the educational field. So Gardner said that a person has different kinds of intelligence. You know, maybe he's good at sensing the colors or sensing the objects, and sometimes maybe the person is good at tell the directions. And Gardner said that the boys are more are better at pointing the directions than girls. It means girls can easily get lost in her surrounding, but boys can tell the directions, okay, better than girls. Which is north, which is south, and which is west, which is east. So, and next inventory is a barren simple inventory, another kind of learning style inventory, and flexible model and MBTI. Okay, you can check it online by yourself. And I said that the most frequently used learning style inventory is this one. You can find it on this website. And the authors who designed it, the authors called Barbara A. Solomon. Yeah, and he is a professor in North Carolina State University. Yeah. And another author, the co-author, okay, who designed the learning style inventory. And then now, I will show you what this inventory looks like, okay? No, not this one. So you can actually find this learning style inventory online by yourself. And then here you have to enter your full name. And then there are altogether 44 questions. And then you have to choose from the choices between A and B. And then, for example, let's look at first one. I understand something better after I A, try it out, B, think it through. So what would you choose? Maybe if you choose I understand something better, I try it out. What kind of learners you are? Active. right? You have to act something out immediately, right? So you can do this test by yourself, and then at the bottom of the test, okay, and then at the bottom of the test there is a online, there is a submit button. When you finish all the questions, when you finish all your choices, you have to press the submit button, and on the internet there will be evaluation for you. Do you understand? So evaluate what kind of learners you are, what you are good at, and what you are not good at. So that's very interesting. So that's all. Do you understand? That's all mine.